President Biden's $400 billion student loan forgiveness plan heads to the Supreme Court today. The plan would forgive up to $20,000 for some borrowers, but 6 Republican-led states have challenged it as an abuse of executive branch power. 40 million people may be eligible. More than 16 million borrowers were approved before a pair of court decisions put the whole thing on hold. So joining us this morning from Washington, D.C., reporter Doug Luzader, where Supreme Court justices are hearing arguments today about whether Biden needs congressional approval for this plan. Doug, good morning.
Good morning.
So, Doug, I mean, we talk about we've got a conservative majority on the court. We're talking about executive overreach, that possibility here. I mean, this seems like it could be a pretty open and shut case for the states.
Yeah, maybe so. I mean, this is a court that has displayed a certain concern with executive overreach, and that really is at question here, whether the president exceeded his authority. But having said that, these states also have to prove that they have standing, that they'll be harmed if, in fact, this goes forward. And that's not always an easy thing to establish. But assuming they do that, then it may be an uphill battle for the Biden administration to defend this. You know, you look at the price tag here. It's nearly $500 billion, according to the Congressional Budget Office. Some estimates put it even higher than that. And that's the cost in just simply forgiving these loans. So that's effectively government spending. And the argument from those who are making the case before the court is that if it's federal spending, then Congress has to sign off on that. Congress controls the purse strings, and the president clearly made a decision to bypass Congress here. So did he exceed executive authority in doing so? That's going to be a critical question, again, assuming the states have standing here.
And I know I'm kind of, maybe getting ahead of myself here, but this was a major campaign promise for Biden and, the whole administration. So if this thing fails, I'm curious how this could affect upcoming elections.
Well, look, this is something where the president initially expressed a lot of skepticism as to whether he had the authority to do this. And in fact, at one point he said he didn't. And then he changed his mind on that, indicating that he did. Now, this is something that came into play right before the midterm elections, this idea of forgiving, not just pausing repayment, but actually forgiving some of these student loans. So, there's inherently a political question here, whether this is the right policy. That's not something the court is really supposed to consider here, whether this is right or wrong. They're really just supposed to look at whether it's constitutional, whether the president has the authority to do this.
All right, so we will be watching what happens when the Supreme Court starts hearing those arguments. Doug Luzader, live from Washington, D.C. Appreciate you. Thanks for being here.
Thanks so much.